Aloha. You know, one of the most important parts of being self-employed is the ability to have the freedom to take time off when you want it, and that includes taking a vacation. So today we're going to talk about how to avoid burnout and enjoy your life around your business. I'm Leslie Spoor. This is Live with Leslie, and I have to tell you, I just got back from Hawaii. And when I say just got back, I mean I literally walked in the door about 1:30 today, and it is now, 3 o'clock. So we traveled all night long to get back from Hawaii, and I am so excited to share with you how you too can take these kinds of vacations. I know what it's like. It was 14 years, I have to tell you, 14 years from one vacation until my first one after I started my business. And that was 3 years ago. I took the first one, and that's way too long. You know, you get caught up in building the business, and all of a sudden you're afraid to leave it. It's your baby, you're attached to it. You don't really know how to get around walking away. So I'm going to share with you the best ways to do that today. So the first one I want to tell you about is that you need to be able to set up your business to operate in your absence. And that there's two key points to that. One of which is policies and procedures, and you hear me talk about that a lot, but having written policies and procedures tells other people how to run the business the way you would run it. And that can even include things that you yourself do that other people within the company don't do. Now, I know that a lot of you are solopreneurs and some of you have employees. This works for both ways, and we're going to talk about how to do that. The other thing you need to have so that you can feel comfortable walking away from your business, and part of setting it up so that you can walk away, is to have process triggers. And what I mean by process triggers are that every time something A happens, that triggers you to do something B. And if you set up process triggers, then you don't start second guessing yourself about whether or not you were able, that everything got done. And you can also then delegate tasks to other people because you can outline those triggers so that you know and they know that nothing got missed. So first thing is to set up your business so that you can walk away, and that is to create policies and procedures so other people can work the way you work, whether you have employees or don't. And two is to set up process triggers so that you aren't second guessing yourself. Then you need to have a you when you're not there, and that means somebody that you trust to make decisions and to work in the business for you. Now, if you're a solopreneur, you're going to have to find somebody that you can trust to lead the business with. And I recommend that you find that person well in advance, 6, 9 months, 12 months before you plan to take a vacation, so that you can work with them, get comfortable with them, have them get comfortable working in your business, so that when you walk away, it's more important that they're comfortable than you, because you want them to feel like they can handle it. So you have to find somebody. If you have employees, as I do, you need to pick somebody in the business, or multiple people depending on what needs to be done for your particular business, to train to be you when you're not there. This is the key to being able to have somebody so that your business continues to work. The last thing you want is to walk away and then have everything stop. That should not happen. That is not the hallmark of a good company. And as a matter of fact, the true test of whether or not you're successful is whether your business operates when you're not there. If it will operate when you're not there, then you know you've got a good thing going. So you need to find and train somebody to be you when you're not there. Currently, I have 2 people that do that for me. In the past, when Mary worked for me, and those of you who've been with me a long time, you've heard me talk about Mary. She was my right hand for 5 years. I could actually walk away and know that she could handle, she was me. She could do anything I could do. And I didn't worry in the least little bit when she was there. Now I have 2 people that are my new Marys, and they both do an excellent job, and I don't have to worry with them either. So finding somebody to be you when you aren't there is vitally important. The third thing you want to do is fully prep for your departure. make sure that you work ahead, that you plan and do newsletters in advance, that you do your social media posts in advance, that you get all your invoices and payroll caught up so that you can walk away with everything being clean. As a matter of fact, you should clean your desk before you leave for a vacation. And I'll tell you why. Years ago, I used to work in private industry and I hardly ever took a vacation. As a matter of fact, my vacation days would add up till I could sell them back. I'd have 4, 6, 8 weeks of vacation time because I never took time off. And then if I did happen to take some time off, I would worry constantly about work. I was thinking about it, I was worrying about it. It completely ruined my vacation until I found this one key thing to do, and that is I finally started cleaning my desk completely, going through everything on my desk and making a list of where I was or what was left open or what needed to be done when I got back. And by writing it down, and then I would sit it literally in the center of my clean desk, and then I would know it was like taking all that stuff, all that worry and thought and don't forget stuff out of my brain and putting it on a piece of paper. And by leaving that in the middle of my desk, I could walk away and not think about my business at all, or my work at that time at all, until the day I started to come back. And that's what I was able to do with this vacation as well. I had a list. I knew what I was doing, and so I didn't really think about business hardly at all until yesterday. So I thought that was a pretty good accomplishment. The next thing is that you may want to let me talk about that in a minute. So make sure you take everything out of your brain and put it on a piece of paper and leave it on your desk. That will really help a lot. Then the fourth thing now is have fun. So you've gone on vacation, now you need to have fun. You need to trust that you did the prep, you were caught up on everything, all your newsletters are scheduled to go out, all your social media posts are ready to go, you've got somebody covering for you, you've documented how you run your business. So you should be in really good shape at this point, and now you need to go and actually have fun. By the way, we were on the Big Island where Kilauea has been spewing lava now for about 3 weeks? Is that right, Jeff? Has it been going about 3 weeks? Yeah. Everybody said, don't go, because the news media makes everything really scary. But we were over 100 miles away. We did drive right by it, though, one day and saw the plumes of steam and stuff coming out of it, but couldn't get close enough to actually see any lava. But still, it was really exciting to be there with all that going on the island. The people that live there, by the way, were not the least bit concerned, except the ones that actually live right by that volcano. So you should have fun and you should enjoy yourself. Now, if you're really concerned about it, take your laptop, take your tablet, or take your phone and keep an eye on email as it comes in and goes out. But do your best not to address it unless it's absolutely necessary, and save it for the end of the day if you can manage that. One of the tricks I have is I create a folder in my Outlook that says to print. And then while I'm on vacation, anything that I need to review when I get back or print out because it's invoices or something, I just move it into that folder. So I know, it's just like having that list on my desk. I know everything in that folder is something I need to address when I get back. And then once I address it, I empty the folder and save it for the next vacation. So that's a good way to do that. I know most of us are so attached to our businesses, or like our children, that the thought of actually walking away and leaving it is terrifying, but sometimes you have no choice. I went to Cuba several years ago, and they didn't have hardly any internet access at the time. Very rarely was I able to get on the internet, so I didn't have any phone or any email access, except I think 2 or 3 times the whole week I was gone. So you have to have somebody to rely on to take care of that sort of thing. So you want to make sure that you have a good time on your vacation. And then finally, how do you get your groove back, or how do you get back into the groove when you get back from vacation like me today? I've already done payroll today. I've unpacked my bags. I've already gone through all my emails and my print files. So it's a lot to get back into things. So this is what you want to do. You want to print anything that you saved in that to print file. You want to go through that list in the center of your desk and make sure you refresh where you are and bring yourself up to date. And finally, and the most important thing I want you to do, is to plan your next vacation. Okay, if you sit down right now and you say, okay, I need to be able to take a vacation once every 6 months or once every 12 months or once every 9 months, whatever works for your lifestyle, you should plan it now and be prepared to work towards that so that you can constantly be setting up all these things to have your own vacation. Okay, so let me just recap these really quickly for you, Jeff. We're good to recap. Okay, so we want to set the business up for your absence. Everything you do should be thinking about, what if I wasn't here? How would this work? And make sure that you have written policies and procedures. And by the way, if you don't know how to write those, I can help you with that. And you want to have process triggers that says this, when this happens, this means I do this. For example, I'll just give you a quick one. If we get an email that says schedule, I have a client who's coming in on a specific date and leaving on a specific date, that email triggers us to enter that schedule in our software system and to put it on the calendar so we know then that he's coming in. So you need to have something that triggers other things. Second, you need to have a you for when you're not there. So somebody within your organization or somebody you can bring in if you're a solopreneur that can cover your business for you when you're not there. They don't have to be as involved and detail oriented as you, but they have to know enough about what's going on to protect your interests and make sure the business keeps running. 3, you want to prep for your departure, work ahead, and make a list of everything and clean your desk off and set it right there. Take all that stuff out of your head and put it on the table. Then go and have fun. Just enjoy your life. Enjoy, you've worked really hard for this. You've built this business. I know Nicole, I don't know if Nicole's watching right now, but I know she hears me talking to her directly. Go have fun and enjoy what you've built. You've worked really hard to build all this. And then finally, when you get back, jump right back into it. Everything will be there for you, and plan for your next vacation. So if you have any questions about this, where am I pointing? What's up here, Jeff?
Email.
Oh, my email address is up here and my website is down here. And by the way, I don't know if we told you lately, but all these videos are on our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. If you search YouTube and Leslie Spoor, it'll pop right up, and there's well over, are we at 60 yet? I gotta believe we're getting close to 60 videos out there, free business advice from me based on my experience doing this for more than 20 years. So actually, when I say 20 years, I mean consulting and running my own companies. However, I've got, like, I hate to even say this, but more than 40 years of corporate experience, and that's really scary. So go out there on YouTube and take a look at what we have. It's all free. It's all out there to help you. Until next time, aloha and mahalo for joining us. That's goodbye and thank you. And I look forward to talking to you next week.